Good morning, my marvelous Millers. How you doing today? It is Friday. This is Lakeview Liftoff Live. I've got my floral glassware eyewear on today because we got something special going on tomorrow I was going to tell everybody about that's kind of cool. But anyway, today's March 26th. It's Friday, and this is Liftoff Live. Glad you're here. So yeah, tomorrow, I just want to tell everybody, this is cool. The First Nazarene Church of Yukon is coming back out. They were here in the fall, and this is an example of people helping people. The church is coming out tomorrow and adding some spring flowers and plants to the area out by the marquee where you turn into the school. It's already been cleaned up, and we've got some new mulch out there, and there's some flowers coming up right now, and they're going to add to that. They are volunteers that really have, well, one of the ladies that's helping used to teach at our school about 15 years ago, a long time ago, but several other members of the congregation who love to dig in the dirt and plant things are coming tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. And teachers, if anybody wants to stop by, you're welcome to. But they're going to do some more planting out there and add to what already looks so much better than it did last summer. Oh my gosh, it was full of weeds and grass and all kinds of overgrown stuff. Just didn't look good. And it looks so nice now, and they're going to make it look even better tomorrow. So that's why I've got these on today. All right, let's get to our announcements for today. First off, remembering to bring masks and water bottles every day. Think about that. If you've been a student who has borrowed a lot this week, you've asked for masks when you come in the school, you've asked for water bottles, make plans this weekend. Talk to your family, talk to your parents, say, I need to get a water bottle for school. I need to get another mask. I need a backup mask, whatever. Make sure you're prepared for the push to summer with as far as masks and water bottles. Try to get a water bottle that you can reuse every day and bring to school. All right. Kindness and respect. So I just have to say, I need everybody's ears right now. If you're not giving me your full attention, start right now. I have noticed a lot of circumstances in the last month where we're lacking. Some people are struggling with kindness and respect. Mrs. Mann did a great job yesterday talking about things that are relational to build friendships and things that aren't. We are seeing it both between students, student to student, and very sadly, student to adult. And I'm talking every adult from cafeteria hostesses to playground monitors to principals to teachers. I'm talking about students who are not having a positive attitude, not treating adults with respect. Even when you're just asked to do something like, hey, please put that away and get to work. I mean, we're doing nonverbals, or I don't want to, talking back type things. Friends, I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm just going to take the glass off for a second. That is seriously not cool. And that is not how we operate here at Lakeview. Okay. So I need you to work really well at being relational with your teachers and with other students. A lot of our conflicts that we see in the office are because people are not being relational. That's just it. We have a conflict because we're not being nice, and we're not doing well in class because we're not being nice and respectful to our teachers. Now, we have hundreds of students here who do a great job with that every day, and you model it for others, and I thank you for that. But as an entire school, we need to make sure that each and every one of us is being relational, kind, and respectful all the time, not just part of the time. Thank you. Let's work on it. Okay, next. Put my flowers back on here. Week 3, March Minute Madness continues until Saturday, so I need to bring in Mrs. Frame. Mrs. Frame, how are you this morning?
Doing great, thank you.
Good. Will you please tell us what's happening with March Minute Madness? We're continuing week 3 through tomorrow, Saturday night, and then what?
And then we are starting our last week of the competition. Week 4 starts at midnight Saturday night. Now, don't get on there at midnight Saturday night, Sunday morning. But if you happen to get on Sunday, then your minutes on Sunday will count toward next week, the last week of the competition. So let's find out who our matchups are.
All right, it's time for the March Minute Madness Week 4 matchups. Which rivalries are going to be tested next week, Mrs. Frame? Let us know. Who is it?
All right. In 4th grade, we have Bonnie versus Dixon, Gregory versus Metcalf, Latham versus Kofed, and Brown versus Klingerman. I can't wait to find out who wins in math and who wins in reading.
Ooh, yeah, going to be great. And in 5th grade?
In 5th grade, we have Cannon versus York, Bustos versus Godwin, Ellis versus McCormick, and York versus Dobrinsky. Wait, that's not right. York's on there twice.
Uh-oh.
Who am I missing? York shouldn't be above Godwin. That should be Starkey.
There you go.
Sorry,
Cannon
guys.
versus Starkey.
I did that very last minute this morning. That should be Starkey versus Cannon. Sorry.
Although I know Mrs. York's class is talented enough, they could probably take on 2 classes at once.
They could.
But let's let Mrs. Starkey's class.
I'll give you guys a break and just give you one.
All right. And in 6th grade, math.
We have Patrick first hour versus Lee second, Patrick second hour versus Lee third, Patrick third hour versus Lee's fifth, and Patrick fifth hour versus Lee's first hour.
Oh, yeah. Bring it. I know that's a hot rivalry right there.
I know.
They're hotly contested. All
and
right.
Another hot rivalry is Stewart first hour versus Rather second, Stewart second hour versus Rather third, Stewart third hour versus Rather's fifth, and Stewart's fifth hour versus Rather's first hour.
All right. So last chance for whole classes to get drawing entries into the drawing for the March Minute Madness recess party, right?
Yep, and make sure that you're getting those active minutes. Remember, active minutes are the ones that count. So if we're sitting there idling, those don't count. They have to be active minutes. So
you mean I can't have Imagine Math on over here and play Fortnite over here?
No, you can't.
Okay, just checking.
Nope.
All right, just making sure. All right. Well, let's see, Mrs. Frame, what do we have after that?
We have the Miller 5 shout out.
Oh, yeah, it's time for, I got to get my music going here. Well, the Miller 5 shout out.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up.
Who you got, Mrs. Frame?
Okay, well, to make up for my miss up on 5th grade matchups this morning, today's Miller 5 shout out goes to all of Pod 1. So every day, Pod 1, I'm looking at you. Pod 1 classes come into the cafeteria in such quiet lines. They wait patiently for us while we're finishing cleaning tables, and then they quietly find their seats. They come, they consistently show the Miller 5 in the cafeteria. Some of the things that they do so great are they talk in quiet voices. They always leave the cafeteria tables and floors clean. I love how they wipe up any messes that they accidentally make and pick up any trash that drops on the floor. They're so awesome. So that's why today, Pod 1, you are the Miller 5 shout out.
That's right. I love that. And, I've heard that, Mrs. Frame, just in casual conversation. I've walked down, I know like Miss Stacy would be like, I got to tell you, Mr. Hine, Pod 1 just did such a great job today. I'm talking like back in like October.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hear it again in January. Gosh, Pod 1 did a great job today. So when you said that today, I'm like totally not surprised because I've heard that mentioned multiple times.
Yep.
So way to go, Pod 1.
Keep up the great work, Pod 1.
And the other pods, just remember that if there's areas where you go, oh, we could do better at that. I know I left a mess yesterday and I didn't pick it up. Well, that's a great thing to do to help out because it is tough for them to get everything cleaned between groups so we can stay COVID safe. All right. Let's see. Admit 1, right?
That's right.
Let's bring them in. We've got our amazing counseling staff, Miss Conklin and Mrs. Mann. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
I can't wait to find out what holiday today is.
I bet it's Daisy Flower Sunglasses Day.
Well, you're close.
Really?
Because
So it's
every
not
day's a
food?
holiday.
It's
So-
not another food holiday?
No, well, maybe.
Okay.
Here's the deal. I'm going to tell you about 2 holidays today. The first one is a serious holiday. It is National Social Emotional Learning Day. And you may go, what's that? Well, it's something that we do every day. You're learning how to have a better attitude. You're learning how to be more relational. You're learning how to deal with your emotions. All the things Mrs. Conklin and I have taught you, things your teachers have taught you about how to be a better you. The principals have helped you with those things. All of us have. That is social emotional learning, how to deal with other people and how to be within yourself. So happy Social Emotional Learning Day to you. But my calendar says today, Friday, March 26th, is National Make Up Your Own Holiday Day.
I did.
I'm looking
love
for
it.
some food.
So, Mrs. Frame, you can make up a food holiday if you'd like.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Day.
Yes.
That's her favorite. I know that.
The eggs especially, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yep,
looking
biscuits are
ahead,
delicious.
oh yeah, looking ahead to the weekend, Saturday is World Theater Day and Saturday is National Hot Tub Day, or Sunday is National Hot Tub Day. So
Very good.
I like Sunday's holiday.
Sounds nice and relaxing.
That's right.
All
So-
right.
You cannot make up, students. You cannot make up that today is I don't have to do any work day, because that's not going to fly in the Lakeview Kingdom. So we're just going to throw that one out. Okay. So make it something fun, make it something positive, and you still need to be a productive citizen and get your things done today. So there's
And relational.
And relational. Yes. Speaking of such things, thank you for that segue, Mrs. Frame. Today in Admit 1, we're going to continue on with our discussion about how to be relational. You know, yesterday, with Mr. Hine mentioned, we talked about how to be a friend and some of those traits that are not so friendly. And remember, kids, we said this is something for students. This is something for adults, okay? We all make mistakes. We all have bad days. We're grumpy. We're cranky. Sometimes we say things and we think, oh, I wish I hadn't acted that way towards that person. Then you go apologize, okay? But if you're continually being mean and doing things on purpose and hurting someone with your words, with your actions, then that is not okay. And that is bullying. And we're not going to do that here. Okay, so today we're going to talk a little bit about something we've talked about before, and we're going to talk about rumors, because we are having some issues with some rumors. So today, raise your hand if you've ever heard someone talking about someone else. I'll wait. Raise your hand. Go ahead. I have. Raise your hand if someone has ever talked about you behind your back. Raise your hand if someone has ever said something about you that wasn't true.
Probably.
Raise your hand if you've said something about someone else that wasn't true. And maybe you didn't know it wasn't true, but you were passing something along. We'll talk about that in a minute. Raise your hand if someone has gotten into your business. Raise your hand if someone has told you to mind your own business. Now, here's the deal. Lots of these things happen, okay? So we have to be careful what we pass along. So let's take a look at the next slide.
You might wonder, well, is it a rumor or is it gossip? Which one of these things is going on? Well, here's how you know. Rumors are stories that people share without knowing whether or not they're true. So that's gossip is talking about someone when they are not there. So a rumor is telling a story that's not true, but you don't know if it's true or not. You didn't see it with your own eyes. You didn't hear it with your own ears. Gossip is talking about someone when they're not there, and that's never fair. I always say, if you're going to say something about someone, make sure they're standing right there. That's only fair, because then they can tell you whether it's true or not. They can defend themselves. When you talk about someone behind their back, that's just not fair.
So why do people gossip or spread rumors? Well, sometimes it makes us feel powerful because we have the knowledge and we want to show other people that we've got it. We know, oh, I already knew about that. So we feel powerful, or maybe it makes us feel special. Okay. And sometimes it may feel like you're making friends by sharing things about other people, whether it's a good thing about someone else or it's a bad thing. But really, here's my go-to rule. Are you ready? Are you listening? Here's my go-to rule. If it's not about you, if it's not your news to tell, don't tell it. Even if it's something great, grand, and exciting, let that person get to share their news and share their joy with other people. Okay, so it's not your news to tell if it's good news, and it's definitely not your news to tell if it's something that's not so good about someone else. Okay.
And some people struggle with, well, what do I talk about? And that's one reason why they start rumors or spread gossip, because they really don't know what else to say to other people. So here's some ideas. You could say something like, well, how'd you like that science lesson today? Or it could be the ELA lesson, or that was a really cool lesson in geography, or I won at Kahoot today in math, or whatever. You could also tell people if you got a new puppy or a new kitty or a whatever kind of pet. There's lots of different ones, birds and reptiles and everything. Or you could say, hey, Mr. Hine is doing March Minute Madness and I already have 2 tickets in the draw. Or I really read a good book from the library. Let me tell you about it. Let me tell you a few little passages from it because you might like to read it. There's lots of different things we can talk about. We don't have to spread rumors or gossip.
And here's the deal, friends. If someone comes up to you and they have something juicy to share, you can tell them no. I don't want to hear that. I don't need to hear that. That's the thing. We as human beings, we love knowledge and we love drama. Not all of us, I'm kind of generalizing, but overall we do. And so we feel like we need that information. I need to hear that about somebody else. And that's just not the case. So help us today, stopping the spread of rumors. And like Mrs. Conklin said, if you didn't see it with your own eyes, if you didn't hear it with your own ears, you don't need to be spreading it around. Okay? So do us a favor, catch a bubble and walk away. If you need to tell someone because you're worried someone's going to get hurt, feeling-wise, there's going to be some physical things going on, then you need to come tell a trusted adult because the rest of the kids are not going to be able to help you. And one more thing, because I know we're almost out of time. These things right here don't help either. Rumors get spread by texting, Snapchatting, any of that social media stuff, email. It's got to stop, friends. Okay. If you're not involved in all this rumor stuff, good for you. Stay out of it. Model for other people how to stay out because you don't need that kind of drama in your world.
Great reminders, ladies. Thank you. And like I said earlier, I will almost say 100% of our conflicts at Lakeview are because people are doing something that's not relational. Would you agree? I mean, if not 99%, 100%. I mean, if there's a conflict, it's because we did something that wasn't relational. So we just have to be mindful of how our actions are affecting others. So thank you for those great reminders.
If you are having a conflict with someone, that's normal.
Yeah.
We're going to teach you how to handle that. Okay.
Yep. Sometimes something happens that we can't control. It occurred already. And then we have to respond appropriately to bring the conflict back down.
Yeah,
right.
Conflict is totally natural. It's usually the response that gets us in trouble.
Yeah.
And what is the hardest step? Anybody remember? You've got to stop.
That's right.
There it is. All right. Well, thank you, ladies. We are about out of time. So let's get to our corny joke. This one is a good one. Are you ready? Everyone in the school, brace yourselves. I'm so excited about this joke. I really am. I'm just telling you. Okay, here we go. Corny joke of the day for your Friday. Ladies, I have to ask you, are you here for the yodeling lesson?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'll have to form an orderly queue.
I think we need to hear that one again.
Yeah, say that again.
Come on, do it.
Oh my gosh. Nope, we got to go. We're out of time. Sixth grade's going. Come on, Mr. Hine. We got to
Saved by the bell.
Here we go. All right. So thank you, ladies. Have a great day. Let's get to our pledges, Mrs. Frame.
Okay, quietly stand up. Your right hand's over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of Oklahoma. Its symbols of peace unite all people. You may be seated for your moment of silence. During this time, you may reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity.
Okay.
You sure you don't want to do it one more time, Mr. Hine?
Orderly. I do not yodel. That was proof. Anyway, okay. We got to get to learning. So thank you, teachers, for indulging us a few extra minutes. That's very important conversations about relationships and all that kindness and respect. And we needed to cover that today. So thank you for giving us those few extra minutes. Mrs. Frame, let's launch us. Go ahead.
We are
Lakeview.
We are not
average.
We will strive
For the Miller 5.
and whatever it takes, we will.
Grow.
3, 2, 1.
Lift off. Have a fantastic Friday and even better weekend. Go learn something new. Work hard today and have a great weekend. See you, everybody.